Guys, this is the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square. It's right here on the corner of 43rd and 7th Avenue. And it is wonderful. If you like memorabilia, you're gonna see it in here. For a limited time, you can check out the Bruce Springsteen collection. Look at his Telecaster. Very, very cool. Gonna take you inside, show you around. Now when you first walk in, you're gonna see some of the Bruce Springsteen collection here. This is like a 1954 Telecaster. That's the one he had forever. Anyways, this is a very large store up here. Lots of really cool things in here. Backpacks, throws, hats, shot glasses, even drumsticks. Super cool. They also have a Kiss collection from 1975 in here. Look at this. If you're a Kiss fan, look at this. It's embroidered, not a sticker. And something like this will cost you 65 bucks. I think it's well worth it. They do have guitars in here as well. I bought a couple guitars from Hard Rock so far. I love them. That's a 70s style Stratocaster, not made in USA. They're usually typically made in Korea. If you want to get a Stratocaster, of course you want to try to get USA, but they're very expensive. Lots of shirts. Start getting into Bedazzled. It's going to be more expensive. This will cost you $125. Anyways, Hard Rock, everything from teddy bears. We're just in the merch so far. We're just in merch so far. More Kiss Alive stuff, more guitars. I really like that guitar. And look at this. It's a beautiful throw. Very nice. Why don't I take you downstairs right now and show you what we got down there. Here's their giant Les Paul. Huge. A huge Les Paul. I'm going to try to show you some of the cool stuff in here. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance. So you come downstairs. First of all, it's nice and toasty in here. Obviously, it's not crowded yet. It's 3 o'clock. 5 o'clock, it should be very busy. But you're going to see lots of memorabilia. Here's Paul McCartney's bass. Now he's had a whole bunch of these basses, so Paul McCartney's bass. You have Keith Richards' vest. One of Keith Richards' guitars. Very cool. John Lennon and Bob Dylan owned this guitar at various times. Priceless. Jimi Hendrix playing a white SG. I don't remember that guitar at all, but if it's owned by Hendrix, it's definitely 7 figures. Here's a leather jacket owned by Bob Dylan. Then you have George Harrison's guitar. Very cool. More guitars over here. You see a bass from the Lemonheads. The Toadies. This is your punk rock stuff. These are doors from various clubs. This one's from CBGB's, the most famous punk club of all time. Here you have Everclear, and I guess the last bass is Everclear as well. Now this is the part that breaks my heart the most in here, and that is the wall of guitars. These are all Gibsons, and they were destroyed at the factory. This is a Zakk Wylde, another Zakk Wylde. They cut them right in half to make this amazing display. There's 1,000 guitars here, or halves of guitars. Could you imagine this Gibson SG, right? This Gibson Les Paul right here. Here's an SG here. Very, very beautiful piece, but it rips my heart out because I'm a guitar fan and I could never imagine cutting these guitars in half. Over here is a suit from John Bonham. He was the greatest drummer that ever lived, from Led Zeppelin. There's Jimmy Page. We're just gonna kind of do a tour. Some Beatles memorabilia. Some punk rock stuff. I prefer showing you the guitars because you could actually see them. So far no one stopped me, I think because it's dead. But as you can see, they have so much memorabilia here, priceless. Noel Redding, you know him from the Jimi Hendrix days. More Noel Redding. Now this is where you can eat. This place is absolutely massive, huge bar over there. And this could be nobody else's except Eddie Van Halen. You know that from his trademark red and white striped stuff. Actually, this is from Wolfgang, his son, who's a brilliant guitarist in his own right. Tom Petty from the Heartbreakers, rest in peace, Tom Petty. This I show you all the time is right out front. This was the giant Elvis Presley on top of Love Me Tender right here in this very building, the Paramount building. It's part of my tour. If you ever want to check out a Boogie Bob tour, we're in the Paramount building right now. Elvis Presley's guitar and suit, absolutely priceless. Elvis Presley's cane. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame might have the best museum on the planet, but I think hard rock is much bigger because there's so many of them, and there's thousands of pieces. Gold records from Pink Floyd. There's Janis Joplin. George Harrison, Iron Maiden, the original Contract. A lot of these are the original Contracts from the Stray Cats. Janis Joplin's boa, feather boa. Here's some boots from Bruce Springsteen. He probably still wears boots just like that today. I barely put a dent in this place, guys. Huge seating down here as well. I'm not going to do every square inch, but you get the idea. Here's contracts for Woodstock. We're just walking, just showing you stuff. Look at the size of this place, guys. This place is fantastic. If you come to New York, I'm telling you, eat here. Joe Walsh, one of the lead guitarists, had a wonderful solo career, but one of the lead guitarists for the Eagles. His Maserati does 185. I lost my license, now I can't drive. Dick Wagner from Alice Cooper. This is Bret Michaels. Every rose has its thorn. Just like every cowboy plays a sad, sad song. There's a guitar from Les Paul. Now, it's a Les Paul guitar, but it was owned by Les Paul. And Les Paul, whether you know it or not, was a friend of mine. Became friends in the late stages of his life. One of the true great rock and roll guitarists that ever lived, and happened to be a good friend of mine. There's Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Doesn't even look like Steven Tyler, I guess, from way up there. There's Jimi Hendrix. I'm kind of getting turned around in here because there's so much going on. I get overwhelmed, guys. So much going on in here. And still so much more to do out here around the peripheral. And this is where they keep the bases. So you'll see Bill Wyman from the Rolling Stones, Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses. By the way, guys, I'm not reading any of this. I know all this. There's a John Entwistle bass. You know him as a Silent Man from The Who. This is John Entwistle as well. Leland Skylar, I don't know him. This is the famous Axe bass from Gene Simmons. The Demon from Kiss. And lots of pictures, priceless photos and stuff. There's the kitchen. That was Carlos Santana. Now people are eating, so I'm going to be a little more weary about traipsing through while people are eating, trying to do my best to be respectful. Maybe people don't want me loitering around their table while they're eating. Peter Frampton from Frampton Comes Alive. I was very blessed to be able to see him live in concert. Fantastic. I want you to show me the way. When you see the guitars, this is Steve Vai guitar. And over here is Lou Reed. I would love to have that Strat. Very, very nice. There's Scott Ian. Here's some clothing from Steve Vai. Phenomenal guitar player. There's something from Lou Reed. And Harry Chapin. Lyrics from Harry Chapin. Now we're getting into some more guitars. There's Brian Setzer from the Stray Cats. Drumsticks from Eric Carr. Rest in peace, the drummer for Kiss. And here is a really, really beautiful guitar, Little Steven. He's the lead guitarist for Bruce Springsteen. I'm just kind of going through because I want to do it fast. They're having a meeting here of some sort. This is Joey Ramone's jacket. As you know, maybe you don't know, Joey Ramone was a friend of mine. That says Dee Dee on there, but it's signed by the whole group. Joey was the front man. I want to be sedated. Most famous punk rock group of all time, the lead singer, Joey, rest in peace, was a friend of mine. Go on my TikTok or go on my YouTube and you can watch a video with me and him. Here's Bruce Springsteen's ESP. Dee Dee Ramone, I believe also gone. Richie Sambora, the lead guitarist for Bon Jovi. And we're just still kind of walking. There's a Les Paul from the Ramones. I've never seen them even play a Les Paul. And we're gonna keep it moving over here. Since they're having a meeting, I'll take you into the other room now. Here is a saxophone from Clarence Clemens, the great saxophone player for Bruce Springsteen. Rest in peace to Clarence. And here's Eric Bloom from Blue Oyster Cult, a phenomenal guitarist. Met him many times. Let's go into the other room to show you more of this amazing museum. Here's Beyonce, Queen Bee, Who Runs the World, girls. We're running out of room here, guys. There's Elton John. My battery's almost dead, so I'm gonna call it a day. I could keep going. James Brown bought me a drink at B.B. King's Blues House. Yes, I got a drink from James Brown, the Godfather. Over here, more pants from Janis Joplin. This has to be Madonna. Of course it is. There's Madonna. Very cool. Freddie Mercury, the greatest frontman of all time, the most beautiful voice of anyone in the world. I hope you guys enjoyed my walk through the beautiful Hard Rock Cafe. Make sure if you're in Times Square, this is one of the spots you go to. If you're into music memorabilia, rock and roll, you're going to find something in here that makes you go, holy crap. Mick Mars, the great lead guitarist from Motley Crue. So many great guitars over there I can't do right now. Here's Slash's guitar from Guns N' Roses. There's Dimebag Darrell, the guitar player who was shot and killed on stage from Damageplan. And John Entwistle, once again the silent man from The Who. This is fantastic. I hope you enjoyed my tour. There's the Lizard Man right there. Does anybody know who the Lizard Man is? Get in the comments and leave a comment. What group did he front and who exactly was he? I hope you guys had a good time. Bye, Elvis. Elvis has left the building. I believe this motorcycle over here belonged to Billy Joel. I could be wrong. He had a huge motorcycle collection. And was I right? Of course I was. Billy Joel, fantastic motorcycle. More guitars even back here. You got some keyboards. And holy smoke. Courtney Love, Kurt Cobain's wife from the group Hole. And over here you have Adam Levine, good looking ass Adam Levine. Linkin Park, they like to break their guitars, so that was broken. And last but not least, No Doubt. Right, very cool. I love Gwen Stefani. That's all she wrote. You and I, we meant to be together, always together. Oh, ain't got a damn escalator up in this bitch? Come on, son. Alright. I'm 107 years old. Don't speak. I know what you're thinking. God bless you all. Please be kind, loving, and good to each other. And if you get a chance, make sure you check out the Hard Rock Cafe in Times Square. Even if you just want to kill an hour like I just did, it's fantastic. Talk to you later. God bless you.